Hello students, welcome to the biology lecture. In this class we will study about the nucleic acid. What are the nucleic acid, its structure, type and different aspects of the nucleic acid. So let's start with the discovery. So nucleic acid was first discovered by Friedrich Miescher in 1868. And he discovered these nucleic acid or these molecules in the nucleus of the cell, so he named it nuclein. It means it was found in the nucleus of the cell, so he named them nuclein. But in further studies it was seen that these molecules show the acidic characters. It means they were changing the blue litmus paper in red litmus paper, and the pH of these molecules was less than 7. So a new name was given, and that was nucleic acid. And nucleic acid now it is the most acceptable name for these molecules. So what are the nucleic acid? Nucleic acid are the biomolecules found in the nucleus, and they are acidic in nature. There are two types of nucleic acid present in cells. One is DNA or second is RNA. DNA means deoxyribonucleic acid and RNA means ribonucleic acid, and there are some differences between DNA and RNA, and we will discuss it later. So if we see the structure of nucleic acid, then we see that nucleic acid are polymer of nucleotides. It means they are made up of nucleotides. Several nucleotides combine together and they make nucleic acid. It means nucleotide is the unit of nucleic acid. This is the unit of nucleic acid. Okay, so nucleotide is the unit of nucleic acid, and now we'll study the structure of the nucleotides. As we discussed that nucleotide is the unit of nucleic acid. So if we see the structure of nucleotide, we can see this array diagram, and here you can say nucleotide is made up of two type of compounds. One is nucleoside and other is phosphate group, or you can say it phosphoric acid group. So nucleoside can be further divided into two parts. One is pentose sugar and other is nitrogenous base. Pentose sugar, it means it has 5 carbon. It is a 5 carbon sugar named pentose sugar. And there are two types of pentose sugar. One is ribose pentose sugar and another is deoxyribose pentose sugar. And on the basis of this pentose sugar, nucleotides are divided into two types. One is ribose nucleotide and other is deoxyribonucleotides. It means the ribonucleotide is the unit of RNA and the deoxyribonucleotide is the unit of DNA. So the name DNA and RNA based on this pentose sugar. Okay, and this is the 5 carbon sugar. And in deoxyribose sugar, one oxygen is less than the ribose sugar, so it named the deoxyribose pentose sugar. And the other part of nucleoside is nitrogenous base. It is a nitrogen containing structure or nitrogen containing compound which is basic in nature, or the pH of these compounds is more than 7, so they are basic in nature. And there are two types of nitrogen base present in the nucleotides. One is purine and second is pyrimidine. The purine is a double ring structure. It means there is a double ring present in purine, and pyrimidine has a single ring. So pyrimidine is smaller than the purine. So there are two types of nitrogen base present in purine. One is adenine and second is guanine. And there are three types of nitrogen base present in pyrimidine. One is cytosine, second is thymine and third is uracil. In DNA, only cytosine and thymine pyrimidine are present, and in RNA thymine is absent, and instead of thymine uracil present in the RNA. So this is the structure of a nucleotide, and nucleotide is the basic unit of nucleic acid. Now we'll discuss the structure of DNA. And as we discussed earlier, that DNA is a polymer of deoxyribonucleotide. There are two type of nucleotide. One was ribonucleotide, which is unit of RNA, and the second is deoxyribonucleotide, which is the unit of DNA. DNA is an important biomolecule because it is a genetic material in all organisms except some riboviruses, in which RNA is a genetic material. So in prokaryotic cell, there are circular type of DNA present. It means the both end of the DNA are connected. But in eukaryotic cells, the linear type of DNA is present. Now we'll discuss the famous double helix model of DNA proposed by Watson and Crick in 1953. According to the Watson and Crick model, a DNA molecule has two parallel strands and they are spiral to a common axis. Due to this spiral coiling, a DNA molecule has two alternate grooves. One is minor groove and other is major groove. And the length of one turn of DNA is 34 Armstrong. And in one turn of DNA there are 10 base pairs. It means the distance between two adjacent base pair is 3.4 Armstrong. Okay, so this is the length of one turn of DNA, and the diameter of this DNA molecule is 20 Armstrong. This structure can be compared to a staircase in which the backbone is made up of pentose sugar and the phosphate group, and the steps are made up of nitrogen bases and they are held together by the hydrogen bonds. According to Chargaff rule, in a DNA molecule, the amount of thymine is equal to the amount of adenine, and the amount of the guanine is equal to the amount of the cytosine. So it was discovered that in a DNA molecule, the base pairs are complementary. It means thymine connects with adenine with 2 hydrogen bonds, and the guanine connects with cytosine with 3 hydrogen bond. So this is the structure of DNA. So let's see the molecular structure of DNA. In this structure, the outer, or you can say the backbone, is made up of pentose sugar and phosphorus group, and the inner steps are made up of nitrogen bases. DNA, the two strands of DNA are anti-parallel in nature. It means if one strand is runs 5 prime to 3 prime, the other strand runs from 3 prime to 5 prime, and the direction of this DNA strands depend on the carbon of pentose sugar on which the phosphate group is attached. If the phosphorus group is attached on the 5th carbon of pentose sugar, this is called the 5 prime end, and if the OH group is present on the 3rd carbon of pentose sugar, then it is called 3 prime end. So these base pairs are connected, or you can say the strands are anti-parallel to each other. DNA has the ability of replication. It means it can replicate and produce a similar molecule of itself. So it was the double helix model of DNA proposed by Watson and Crick in 1953, and in 1962 Nobel Prize was given to Watson and Crick for this model.